I communicated a socio-political theme through art. Let's face it, life is complicated, and the ability to navigate through it is a skill. My story begins in 2020 when I first visited my embassy, the embassy of St. Vincent and the Grenadines, for the first time. At that time, the political tension was spasmodic. In fact, it dictated whether or not my country would have maintained diplomatic ties with the Republic of China, Taiwan, or deviate to the People's Republic of China. This influenced me in two core ways. The first being a reevaluation on the concept of diplomatic ties. And secondly, practicing the principle of giving back when something is given. These are some of the factors which influence the works surrounding the theme of friendship. The ability to see possibilities on a blank canvas, a wall, or even your community is a gift which we all have the capacity to develop. In some interviews I conducted with other creatives in their respective fields, they relayed stories to me which accentuated the relevance of the creative arts within our society. The first story being that of Vonnie Rudet. In her community project, Grow in Time, which targets inmates, create a program in such a way this influence relate incarceration rate of persons who participated in the program to be as low as 2% in comparison to the average of 60%. The aim of this program is to produce soil-based products in order to make a livelihood. The next story I bring to your attention is that of Empress Modupe Olufumi Jacobs. In her documentary, Haiti, Myths, Perception, Reality, which she produced with Fabian Guerra, she highlighted some of the perspectives, whether it be positive or negative, that people had after the Haitian earthquake in 2010, which claimed the lives of 200,000 people. This is about 2% of Haiti's population, being equivalent to 500,000 people if compared to Taiwan's population. Her aim inside this documentary was about creating a conversation on the topic, and it also highlighted the contributions of Haiti to world history, which is readily overlooked by popular media. In light of this, I decided to make a donation of 3 paintings on the aforementioned theme in order to connect Vincentians living in Taiwan and other viewers to the uniqueness of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. St. Vincent and the Grenadines literally being on the other side of the world. I would admit, the journey of creating these pieces was a delicate process of creating and revamping design concepts. A Vinci proverb which best sums up this venture would be, one cocoa, a full basket, which is personified in a painting I did a couple years ago. In August 2021 this year, during my embassy's 2nd anniversary and 40 years of unbroken diplomatic ties, I had the privilege of donating 3 paintings, namely, a friendship between heaven and earth. This painting semiotically expresses the Gaia hypothesis and also the connection between living things and things that are dead. In fact, I adapted the approach of traditional Chinese paintings and use the orientation in order to emphasize the symphony of the mountains, which is very common in my country. Moreover, this theme could be interpreted to express the strengths between different people and the harmony of working together, similar to one mountain moving into the other. The School of Trot, Comradeship and Companionship, features a group of friends on the beach having a conversation. And in the mid-ground, we have two of them playing a game of football. I stylized these figures in order to mimic wooden African mask with the intention of connecting the unique Garifuna and African identity of my country. It also expresses that sense of rugged strength and being able to connect with each other through our differences. And thirdly, we have an intimate maturity. The breadfruit is a symbol of national identity in my country. It is used in Vincentian cuisine. In fact, in 1793, it was first brought to my country, then distributed to other islands in the Caribbean. In fact, the Western Hemisphere, not just other islands. This tree is considered a source of abundance. However, in this painting, my intention is to express growth and the ability to transform. So it has given you a sense of maturity through growth. And in friendships, we always have that sense of beginning, maturity, and bonds being stronger or even bonds being broken, which is symbolized by the breadfruit being taken away or being left on the tree. In summary, these paintings were designed to communicate collaboration, strength, and growth through challenges. I hope that my example and the others' examples that I presented would inspire you to reflect on your environment and consider ways in which you can contribute in socially responsible ways. Sereme.